Right, getting there. So, after a couple of rounds of putty, I've finally got the underside all good, re-scribed panel lines where I've needed to. Same as up here, sides of the nose, top of the nose, and on the sides of the rear end. So I've started putting the wing tips on, and they got the slats on. I've put these, I don't know if they're spoilers that go above the flaps. So I mentioned last time about whether I didn't know whether I'd have to glue it all on. So I've glued these in, and I'm going to keep the flaps and the actuators off and paint them, and then I'll put them on later. I should be able to manage that without making a mess. Fingers crossed. So the wingtips are two-part due to the fold or unfolded setup. They slot in, they fit well, they slot in, there's a groove, and they clip in real nice, firm, tight fit, and they fit nice and flush against the wing. Just run a bit of glue around it, and then the top will plug in there like that, and then there's a piece that sits in. I haven't glued this one in yet, I've just taken it off, started cleaning it up, see how it fits, and that clips in to fill up that gap. So that's your wing fold area. And if you were doing wings folded, there's different pieces for that setup. I've taken the stabilisers off the sprue. They're single piece, which I like very much. I'm not putting them in, same, I'll paint them off, and also they got the poly caps in there, and it's really tight. I started putting one in, it's really tight fit. I don't want to keep going in and out because you'll probably break that off, which I have in the past on other builds where you've got a really tight fit like that and keep putting them in and out, and something's going to give. So I'll keep them off. Yeah, so I'm getting some good progress now. So let's do the wingtips. I've got to put the actuators and whatnot on the wingtips as well, and the control surfaces front and back. And then we're getting near the end. I've done the vertical stabilizers. I've kept them off. I was cleaning them up, and I didn't want to have them glued in while I was working on all this re-scribing and puttying and cleaning up everything. Wrong side. Again, these are really tight fit. Real tight. Hang on. So nice fit, just really tight, getting it into that slot. And now she's starting to look like a hornet. So I'm going to keep plugging along, try and get these wings done. Right, bit more progress. So wings are fully on now, except for the main flap. These actuators I put some putty around them. They had a bit of a gap, so I just a bit of putty to clean that up. I've made up, I got to clean them up, the wingtip pylons for the air-to-air missiles. I've got to clean up the seam line on. They're two halves. As you can see, I put the engine nozzles in. I painted them with this. It's Mr. Colour dark iron. It's buffable, so you spray it on and you can rub it back. I use cotton buds to rub it back. It polishes it up. It's pretty messy, but it's really great looking metal effect. And then I randomly sprayed metallic blue and metallic purple over it. The nozzles are very small in an F-18, so it's I didn't spend too much time on them. If you want to see the process of using this paint and the different shades of heat, look at my Phantom, the Meng F4E Phantom. I did a detailed video of painting, spraying the burner cans, the engine nozzles, and using this paint. I showed you how I did it all. This is a Phantom. It's got all that lovely metalwork on the underside of it. It shows up. It's nice to look at. And obviously the stabilisers are on. So I'm getting closer to prime. I still got to put a whole heap of, well, not heaps, there's 2 antenna and some other smaller parts got to go under there. I'll just hold off a minute before doing all that. I'll try and get all the bulk main gear on it, the larger parts. When I finish sanding and everything, then that's when I'll go back to the cockpit, make up the flight crew, the seats, put them in, put the canopies on, and then when we're ready for painting, then I'll probably put the antenna in. I got to do the arrestor hook as well. So it's coming along nicely.